Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another workout. I went ahead and filmed one of my Bulgarian workouts today. I skipped yesterday, even though I trained. It was a Q&A day. There was no need to film, and my upper body was really hurting and fatigued, so I only did squats yesterday. I did my 435 squat, did a little bit of grip work, and called it a day. So today I went a little more intense on the upper body in terms of total exercises because of that. And what I started doing yesterday, I started abbreviating my number of ramping sets. Now some people are going to be like, why? Well, that's probably a good video topic in and of itself. I'm at a point to where I'm so used to this daily training that I need to focus on intensity. And if I've got energy left for a bunch of ramp sets, I need to be adding more exercises. I need to be doing more work instead of interfering with my recovery. Because at the end of the day, volume and adaptation, I think honestly comes down to the fact of when you're using lighter weights, you just need more volume to get to the closer to failure so that you actually get some of the muscle fiber recruitment you get from doing a heavy single. And, again, since we're doing this every day with multiple exercises, the cumulative effect of muscle fiber recruitment is letting me grow just fine. So I'm trying not to do more than 2 to 3 ramp sets other than just my close grip. People say, why on the close grip? Just because of my shoulders. I want to make sure my shoulders are healthy and loose a little bit. So I'll go ahead and do an empty bar and do like 5 reps. Everything else, I'm just doing a single, building up, good, boom. Today wasn't bad. The 435 was moderately challenging, which I do next. I wouldn't describe it as really difficult, but it was moderately challenging, to the point to where, do I think I could have gone 20 pounds heavier today? Maybe. It would have been a grinder though. So I'm just going to keep working up with this daily minimum. I'm going to take my time on it. It's come along fine. I mean, like I said, ideally, if I can add 5 pounds to my daily minimum every week, I don't really need to push the squat that hard. I think if anything, I need to add an extra lower body exercise, and we'll get to that next week. I got some other stuff coming in. I'll talk with you guys more about what I'm going to do with that, because I am a little bit heavy focused on the upper body because, again, I'm doing multiple upper body lifts and not many lower. But I squat every day. Even on days I don't feel like doing anything, I at least come in and squat. And the squat is always first, so it's fine. It's fine for that. Close grip bench press was hit or miss today. I felt like when I came in, I'm like, I didn't press yesterday at all, so maybe I should go ahead and do 315. But I got to 305 and it felt a little bit heavy. Now, looking at the footage when we get to it, you guys are going to be like, what do you mean that you just popped that right up? And I understand that, but it felt slow to me. Like reviewing the footage, yeah, it popped right up. But it didn't feel fast. It felt a hair grindy. So I decided to just call it there for the day, because I wanted to overhead press today, and I realized that if I come in and I grind out 315 or 320, I may not be able to press today, and I want to be able to get a good press session in at least 3 times a week. Even though I'm going to bench 6, I want to be able to overhead press 3 on top of that, just to make sure that that's coming along and we're getting enough total pressing work done. And I do have dip bars on the way, so I'm going to have a couple of variations. I have both floor press and weighted dips as a variation if need be later. So again, that's where on this sort of training where variations come into play, is filling in weak points, getting new adaptation. And you can do that without messing too much with the specificity you get. So those are options, but at the very least, I want to get 6 bench press sessions in, 6 bench press training maxes, and then 3 overhead press, or just the press as we want to call it. But yeah, I mean, at 265, that single's fine. And that's the point. I'm just doing singles now to ramp just enough to train the motor patterns, because that's the point. I don't need the warm-up like people think of. Since I do this every day, my connective tissue and everything else is pretty well prepared for it. It's just about priming the nervous system to get the bar pass down, to get everything moving correctly. It's really motor pattern based. And so all we care about is getting to a powerful first rep, powerful training max. So I just do that accordingly. We're just going to come in and do a few singles ramping up and then get to my work sets. And it worked a lot better. It felt better. I did notice now that I've done this 2 days in a row on squats, I'm not getting any inflammation in my connective tissue. I'm recovering really, really well. And that's what we want. So here's the 305. It looked good. I mean, looking at the footage, it's like, really? I can't believe it just popped up. It felt a little slow. Like it just pops up, bam. That felt like about a 3-4 second rep to me. And it really wasn't. So, you know, it is what it is. I decided to stop there because I was going to overhead press later. And then I did my chin-ups. These hurt today. I'm not going to lie. I do feel like my biceps are growing, and people have noticed in the photos and everything, particularly the still shots. My biceps are probably growing from this. They're definitely growing, but they hurt so damn bad. Even the 55 from the dead hang, that left bicep, the one I previously tore many years ago, it throbs. But I'm not feeling it throb down at the bone like you guys are thinking of in the forearm. I'm feeling the entire bicep, top to bottom, throbbing. And I lost tissue in that particular bicep, so there's some scar tissue in there. And I'm wondering if just that stretch and having to do an intense max effort contraction from a stretch, it might be breaking up some of those adhesions. Oh, Nova bit me on this one. He got so excited. Look at him. His tail's wagging. He bites my socks. So he bit me even while I was up there. That was a bite right there. I'm trying to hang, and he ran up and bit my sock, and then he ran away. He has a thing for socks, and even if I'm wearing them exposed socks, he goes for the socks, you know, because it's like he loves socks. So he didn't mean it to be aggressive because he was wagging the tail, and then he kind of ran off. I think he realized, oh shit, Daddy's pissed. So I had to put him out of here for this next one with the 65. This one though, this one left my biceps throbbing, particularly that left one. But not so much that I couldn't do some other stuff. In fact, I do some Pendlay rows today. I haven't done any Pendlay rows in 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm like, I need to keep that movement pattern in, even if it's just for a little bit till I get my trap bar and start doing my trap bar pulls as an extra exercise. I feel like I just needed them. This was tough today, but you know what? That's what we want. A really hard chin-up max every day. That's how you get strong. I had some people saying, oh man, it's about, you need more reps on those. Why? I'm trying to get as strong as possible. You don't get as strong as possible by doing a bunch of reps. You get as strong as possible by lifting a heavy weight through the full range of motion to the best of your ability, the heaviest weight you can handle regularly. That's how you get stronger. All right, press, it went okay today. I got to 205 because I did one there. And I just went straight to 205 because I only waited about an hour since my first workout. I took about an hour break between the two. The 205 felt really easy. So I'm like, let me go to 215 today. And I locked it. It was a little tough. But I also messed up my mental cues. And I hate it when I do that. I was walking them through my head and I forgot to roll my hips under when I get to it. I did it on this one. So I don't know if you guys will notice a difference in the footage. But rolling your hips under, if you notice I did it right there, and you lay back, press it up, throw it behind your head, right? There's me holding it, lockout. That's my lockout, guys. That's why I can hold it up there a few seconds, because that's easier than pressing it, because I'm already at my elbow lockout. And I know that sounds weird, but that's how my joints bend. Is what it is. But I'm able to hold it up there a few seconds once I feel my elbows lock. So, I know it sounds weird, but it is what it is. Notice I got the bar behind my head and held it there. So again, if you understand basic biomechanics, that's kind of how my body moves right now. But this was tough. I forgot. See my hips, I didn't roll them under correctly. So it puts a little bit of strain on the lower back. You have to watch that on the overhead press. But I pressed it. 215, we'll call that quits for today. Then I did some Pendlay rows. Here they go. I got upset, guys. These were so easy. I went ahead and went to my 315, and I forgot when I hit the button, it didn't record, and I got pissed. So I came over after I did the 315 the first time, and I hit record. I'm like, I did 315, so I'm going to do it again on camera. Now, I can't prove that. I can't prove that I did it twice because the other one coming up in a minute was really sloppy. I'm not happy with it. Way too much cheat. Like this 265, this is a proper Pendlay row. Watch this. See? Boom. Up and down. Right? And I've done that for 7 sets of 3 before I went into the Bulgarian. That exact weight I've done 7 sets of 3 with right before the week before I went into my Bulgarian training again. So I do up to 315. It's not uncommon for me on this lift. But I did it on this one because what happened? I didn't record it. So I had to come back and do it again, like literally 60 seconds later. I'm just like, screw it, I'm going to do it again. It's sloppy. I still hit my chest with it, But notice that the body English. So I'm not 100% happy with that, but it is what it is. And how about I do these tomorrow and the next day or something? We'll get it a couple more times on camera, and hopefully we can get 315 with better form for you guys. So then we don't have to prove that we did it this time. We'll do it later this week. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.